Hello to an outwardly experienced, my fellow Ragers. Anywho, in the last couple of videos, we learned how to extract SQL data information from a JSON file, how to use that data to connect to an SQL server. In my case, I was using a local database XAMPP. Now, in this video, we will learn how to execute SQL code for your SQL server. So let's get straight into it. So first of all, the first thing that you need is the MySQL connection variable. For my case, it's in the folder MySQL, class MySQL, and over here we have a static variable with the data type MySQL connection and the variable con. And over here you can see I've already opened the connection. So we have a global variable which can be accessed from everywhere, and the name is con. So we will add a file class in player data, call it as core. There we go. Now we don't need this. Remove GTA network API and using mysql.data.mysql client. There we go. That's all the packages that you need. Now I'll inherit the script and we will use a server event on resource start. What we'll do is we will create a player data database if the table does not exist. So for that we will use server event the resource start and a public function on resource start, so that whenever the program slash script, whatever you want to call it, runs, this is the first thing that will run. Well, not the first thing, the second one, because there's also an on resource start in main. So this is the second one that will run. Now over here, first thing that we need is a string SQL, let's just call it SQL string. We will format it. So create table if not exist, and we will call this as accounts. And we will now add, first of all, there we go. Now we will add the column, the headers that we need for the table. So first thing is SQL ID. It will be of int data type, oops, 11, not null, and auto increment. I hope I spelled that INCREMENT, increment. Yeah, I think that is the correct spelling. Now the second thing that we need is player name. The data type will be varchar. Varchar. Let's just keep it 64. Not null, and default we will keep it as nothing. Just double quotes. Next thing that we need is, what are the things do we need? We have done name, cache level, age, health. Okay, cache level, age, health. Cache int 11, not null, default 0. Cache done. Now level int 11, not null, default 0. And age int 11, not null. Let's keep this default as 1, and I think I'm missing something else. Health. Okay, so we will add health as well. Health int, we won't need more than 4, but just for the sake of it I'll keep it 6. Level is okay, age is okay, cache is okay, done. Not null, default, let's keep this as 1 as well. And now we will add a primary key. Primary key would be SQL ID. Done. So SQL ID is auto increment, and also it is the primary key. So when we insert anything into the table, we do not have to give value for the SQL ID. The auto increment will automatically give the value for it. Now we will create a data type MySQL command, make an object and then use that to execute this SQL query. So first of all, let me use using, and the name of the data type is MySQL command. We will call the object as command is equals to new MySQL command, and the parameter that this MySQL command needs for the constructor is, the first parameter is the string query and the second parameter is the connection. So SQL string, and the connection, as you can see over here, is con, which is inside MySQL folder class MySQL. So that's what we're going to access. So MySQL, the, okay, spelling mistake, the of, there we go, dot con. This is where the connection is stored. And now we will execute the command. To execute the command, we need a command dot execute non-query. We are using non-query over here because we're not retrieving anything. We're not using select, but instead this is only to create the table. So execute non-query. There are three types of using SQL commands. One is execute non-query. Then there is, I'll show you. First of all, there is execute non-query, there is execute reader. This is used when you use a select query, and then there is execute scalar. For all these three, there is an async version of it, but right now we will not talk about async. We will just use this for now. So execute non-query, done. Now, let's say for some reason this does not execute. So what we need is a try and catch block. So try, delete that over here, and catch exception ex, and we have a function for doing a console output, which is in main log server. If you don't know about this, then you should watch my previous videos. ex.toString, and there we go. This is all you need, and I think I'm missing something over here. Class core script. Okay, what am I missing? Let me just pause it and I'll check. Give me a moment. Okay, I found the error. Apparently I forgot to close a bracket. There we go. Now the error is gone. This is all you need to execute something which does not retrieve any value. This is only for, let's say, inserting or creating, stuff like that. Execute non-query. That is what you need. Now, what we need, we don't need anything more. This is how you do it. Now, in my local database, you can see that I have no tables at all. Now I will run the server and check if a table gets created or not. 3, 2, 1, let go. Whew. As you can see, there was no error that popped up. If there's a no stack of error, that means it ran successfully. You could have given over here the main.log server player info table was successfully created. But right now we don't need it. Now, this is my local database. You can see there are no tables. If I refresh it, voila, we have a table named account. And this is the structure of the account that we just used in this query. SQL ID, player name, cache level, age, and health. Same over here, SQL ID, player name, cache level, age, health. And in the structure, you can see that SQL ID is the primary key with the attribute auto increment. And that is how you execute an SQL command, which only execute non-query, which uses only for create and insert. Let's say if you want to select something, for that we will need execute reader. But we will talk about this in the next video, and we will also talk about how to use async functions and async SQL functions. So if you learned anything in this video, then hit that like button, subscribe if you want more tutorials. Peace. Thank you.